Hey folks, Pete Werner here. Um, Want to talk a little bit about uh, resorts. I'm getting a lot of questions from folks, given all the things going on in the world right now in 2020. Which resorts would I recommend? And that really, and I'm getting the question so often that I just thought, let me record something, put it out there, and the next time somebody asks me, I can just send them a link. Before we get to that, just a quick reminder, this video, along with everything we do, brought to you by dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. I am an owner in Dreams Unlimited Travel. So if you are planning a Disney vacation, whether that's Walt Disney World or Disney Cruise Line or anything like that, please show your support. Visit us at dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. Let our agents help you out. And remember, it doesn't cost you any extra to use our service. So when we talk about resorts I would recommend, in 2020 or 2021, the beginning of 2021, that list is a little different than it would be on a normal year, namely because a lot of resorts are not open right now. And all of the DVC resorts, the Disney Vacation Club resorts, are open. But I'm not going to talk about those because that's kind of a different list for a different YouTube channel. But right now, of the resorts that are open, there are three that I would say it makes sense to pay attention to. The first on my list is Pop Century. Pop Century, of course, being a value resort in league with All Star Movies, All Star Sports, All Star Music in terms of its price. Art of Animation is also considered a value resort, but those are family suites, so they tend to be a lot more expensive. So I really kind of lump the All Star Resorts and Pop Century together because of the price point, and whether or not all of them were open or not, or the illness wasn't a factor or not, I'd still be recommending Pop Century. It is arguably the most popular value resort. It's got a great aesthetic. It's very fun. It's themed around different decades in the 20th century, and each theme has different icons to represent that decade. So it's a lot of fun. Price point there, depending on time of year, depending on a number of factors, it's not impossible to see Pop Century at 129, 149, 169 a night, sub $200. Second on my list is going to be Coronado Springs. Now, Coronado Springs is, in my opinion, the most underrated resort at Walt Disney World. Why is that? It is written off as a convention resort. And to be sure, it is a big, I think, 65,000 square feet of convention space. It's very popular for companies to book their conventions there. And yes, that resort can absolutely be loaded and lousy with drunken mid-level managers. And so I get that complaint. Right now, that's not a factor. In the first half of 2021, in fact, in 2021, I don't think it's going to be a factor. I don't think they're going to be doing a lot of conventions. So right now, Coronado Springs is pretty pristine. It is an absolutely stunning resort. The Southwest vibe is something I love. Gran Destino Tower, which just opened last year, is beautiful. Beautiful rooms. There's a concierge level in Gran Destino Tower. It's the only moderate that's going to have a concierge level. It is a moderate resort. It's in league with Port Orleans Riverside, Port Orleans French Quarter, Caribbean Beach Resort, and by extension, the cabins over at Fort Wilderness, all in that category. Price point here is going to be in the low 200s to mid 200s, again, depending on time of year. That it can vary wildly, but that's what you're going to be looking at there. Third and last on my list right now is the Contemporary. And I kind of have a love-hate relationship with the Contemporary. I love the proximity to the Magic Kingdom. It's a 5-minute walk, 10 if you're slow, 15 if you're really having trouble, which is me right now. But it's also one of the first resorts built at Walt Disney World. Both the Polynesian and the Contemporary opened with Magic Kingdom in October 1971. And as a result, these rooms are quite large, 425, 450 square feet, versus the other deluxe resorts at Walt Disney World that were built later that are maybe 325, 350 square feet on those rooms. So you've got that. Also, I think the Contemporary Resort is arguably one of the best, no, not arguably, it is one of the best run hotels right now at Walt Disney World. So service level is phenomenal. Service level is phenomenal. Also, food and beverage at the dining options at Contemporary, phenomenal. You have the California Grill, which is one of the best restaurants, if not the best restaurant at Walt Disney World. But you also have my favorite restaurant right now at Walt Disney World, which is The Wave. The Wave is fantastic. It is a fantastic place to have breakfast before you head into the Magic Kingdom, because of its proximity, even if you're not staying there, because of its easy proximity to the Magic Kingdom. If you want to take a break from the park midday, it's great to run into the Wave, have a really nice, relaxing lunch. Of course, if you're there for dinner, you have to get the bacon and eggs. I'm not going to go into what bacon and eggs are. You're just going to have to trust me. It may not even be on the menu, but you can ask them for it, and they'll make it for you. And you will thank me, as many, many people have. So Contemporary, absolutely on my list. Why I have a love-hate relationship is the aesthetic. Now, I do like the rooms, although modern isn't my style. I like things that are warmer and more intimate, and there's no one's going to describe the Contemporary as warm and intimate. It's concrete, it's cavernous, it's kind of sterile. The Grand Canyon Concourse is beautiful, but again, very cavernous. The Mary Blair mural is a piece of art. It's really cool to watch the monorail go through. You get beautiful views. It's as close as you're going to get to the Magic Kingdom in a hotel room. But of course, you're going to pay for that, because it's not difficult for a room at the Contemporary to go for between $400 and $600 for a standard room. Now, sometimes you can get a break, you'll catch a deal, but generally speaking, you're going to pay a premium price for that resort. So those are my 3 recommendations right now, and I'm sure I'll do other videos over time as those recommendations change. But I'm saving you an email or a direct message. These are the places right now that I'd recommend.